or everything that this institution is doing, when you go to the other institution, they are doing the same thing. Trading is different. Okay, everyone sees the market differently, or everyone does things differently based on the person's experience level. I don't use fair value gap. I don't use other blog. I don't understand SMC. I don't understand ICT. What I do is understand the direction of the market by what my understanding on how to read the market price, how to read price action, which I use market structure. After identifying my market structure, identify my key levels, which is the same thing as what the various support and resistance, or the areas where buyers and sellers meet. That is the only thing that I do. I don't do more. Okay, those are the things that I do. You get it? So if you ask me those things, please, I have no idea. If I've watched a YouTube video and those people are talking about those things, please, I have no idea about what SMC is. I don't understand other blog. I don't understand ICT. What I do is read the market, the direction of the market. Where is the market? Who is in control of the market? Who is dominating the market at that point? Is it buyers who are dominating? Is it sellers who are dominating? Or is it in a bullish phase or a bearish phase? After seeing those things, I just target my key levels and execute from there. So that's how I'll be doing the back testing. You guys are going to see it yourself how I do. So which month, which year do you guys want us to analyze? So we are going to analyze gold. Okay, we are going to back test gold. Which year do you want us to analyze? So this is the chart for the monthly time frame. You should just cut any random distance area. Okay, let's cut any random area. Then we analyze from that side. Let me cut anyhow. Anyway, but one thing is what with my subscription, I might not be able to. Okay, with this one I can do the 15 minutes, so it's fine. So which year is this? It's just a random area. Which year? 2020, 2020, 2020, 2020. Let me cut a different face. I've done 2020 before. Now, if I go far too, I might not be able to go to the 15 minutes. You see, with my subscription, I will not be able to go to the 15-minute time frame. And the 15-minute time frame too, I use it. I just bought the basic package. So, which year? 2018. Let me see. This one, so I can't go to the 15-minute time frame. 2018, so I can't go to the 15-minute time frame. So I think 2021. Historic data resolution is on. Yeah, so let's start 2021 on gold. Okay. Are you guys with me? Are you people with me? Let me hear your voice. If you are with me, let me know. Yeah, so what I'm going to do, I know a lot of beginners are going to just get confused on how things work. Okay, so let me tell you the things that I consider before I will execute. So first of all, before I will execute a trade, I need to ask myself the direction of the market. You get it? So you need to first of all, like you need to do your top-down analysis. But first of all, before you come to the market, before you execute a trade, you need to know the time of the day. Okay, it's very important. So times and seasons are very important. So the time of the day So someone will ask, why is it important to consider the time of the day? Why can't I trade at any time of the day? Just wake up anytime and just be pleasing by and so one thing you need to understand is what the forex market is what when you talk about forex is what country currencies you get it. And when it comes to the forex market, it is the market is moved by what it is majorly moved by institutions, it is majorly moved by what organizations. With organizations too, they don't operate 24 hours. You get it. It's not Ghana economy. It's not Mama government. Most major institutions around the globe don't operate 24 hours. You get it. They have specific times that they come, they have specific times that they close. Those are the people that mostly what moves the market. So which people are the major institutions? So we have the banks. You get it. Banks majorly what makes fake transfers. You get it. They make companies like Nissan, iPhones, Apple rather, Toyota, those people when they are making transactions, foreign transactions, huge funds, they are moving huge funds. Those people don't operate 24 hours a day. They have specific times that they come to the market to operate. So as a retail trader or as an individual trader sitting at your parents' house trying to make some $1, $10, $20, trying to make something for your family, you need to make sure you are following those people. You get it? Following their orders. Those are the people that mostly move the market. So you see, if you have traded and you are very observant, you've been observing the market for some time now. One thing you are going to understand is what at certain points in the market, if you have dedicated time and watch the market like 247, you will notice that at certain points the candles are just moving heavily, and at certain point to a certain time in the day, the market as in the candles are going to be moving very small. You get it? So one thing you need to understand when you see something of that sort is what the institutions, the organizations are not making huge transfers. They are either what they've not opened. Okay, so when it comes to Ghana, I've been explaining this thing, but always new people are joining. But when it comes to like, let's say maybe I'm in Ghana, so most of my examples are going to be coming from Ghana. So if you have been, what do you call it? You have been visiting these institutions like the financial institutions, the banks, and those institutions, the corporations, and those people. They have specific times that they open their branches. You get or their they open. You get it. So like at specific time, maybe 8 a.m. they are open for customers to come in or clients to come in. Those are the times that they start making orders. So that's what I'm trying to relate. So that's what when you see something of that, relate to those things. Okay, we have specific times that the market mostly move because of what the big institutions have started making transactions. But that's not what you're going to be talking about today. So times and seasons are very important when it comes to this market. Okay, yeah. And after knowing or identifying the times and seasons, so I don't trade at any time of the day. I have specific times. I'm very disciplined when it comes to my timing. Okay, all was coming from what my experience in the market, and I will check my the direction. I'll do top down analysis. So with the top down analysis, what are the things that I consider when I'm doing my top down analysis? Okay, what are the things that I consider? So I analyze from the higher time frame. Which one is my high time frame? Because with the time frame, you're having a lot of time frames. Time frame simply means the duration or period in which candles are or prices are create candles are created or prices are like arranged or in the on the market on your screen. Okay, the candles that you are seeing are all price as in duration or period in which all these uh, prices were derived from. So top-down analysis I do from the monthly time. You get it from the monthly. That's where I start. So from the monthly time frame to where. So most often when it comes to identifying my support and resistances, I mostly use the monthly, weekly, daily H4. That's what I end on. Okay. So to the H4 time frame. That's where I mostly consider doing my top down. So after that is where I consider the framework. You get it? You see, before you will see a nice building, there has been what an architect who have designed the building, the back end, how the building is going to look like. Those are the things that you call top down analysis. Okay. So this time frame, this high time frame are like my the design of the trade that I'm going to like the framework. Okay, so after getting this is what is going to give me that direction. This is what is going to help me to know the decision to take. So after that, then I'll move to my entry time frame. So with the entry time frame, so sometimes this ones I mostly say it varies because sometimes you can get entry on the higher time frame, like H4 time frame. It depends on the closure, okay? It depends on the closure of the candle, as in comparing it to the level. You get it? Is it far away from what the level, or is it close to the level? That's what I mostly consider. So the entry time frame is what I consider the H1 time frame. So it depends on the opportunity the market is going to give. M30 time frame, M50 time frame. But one thing you need to understand is what these lessons, what you are doing today, this is not the time for me to be teaching you, coming to teach you what market structure, how to read the structure. I'm already organizing training. So if you are interested, you can join. That's where I'm going to. So what you are going to do just to do the top-down analysis on what I mostly consider before I will execute a trade. This is not the time for me to teach you what market structure, how you are going to identify a trend and those things. That's not what you are going to be doing over here. You are going to what? Just back test, okay, to see if the system I use work, if my strategy works. That's what we are going to do. So this is a historic data, or this is a historic price action. Okay, so we are going to test our system to see if it works. And I've been saying, please kindly have a system. That's very important. We call it playbook. Okay. So you need to have a playbook so that when you come to the chat, you are not going to be confused, you are not going to be panicked. Most often, if you don't have system, if you don't have strategy, I've been there before, you panic. Okay, even if you are executing a trade, you panic. But imagine like I have a system where I've back tested, back tested, back tested. If I see a trade, am I going to panic when executing? I'm not going to panic because when I cast or when I cast my mind back, I will notice that I'm just like asking. I know that I've executed such trade before. I've practiced before. So I know exactly. That is why mostly when it comes to football, mostly the home teams have advantage over the away team because on that pitch they've practiced a lot on that pitch. You get it? It's the same thing when it comes to trading. One thing you need to understand: trading is like a performance game. You need to practice. Even those who withdraw like 1 million in a week, $1 million in a week, still practice their system. Okay, you can just ask them. They practice. There was no time we're going to rest when it comes to trading, unless maybe you just tell yourself you are giving up. And with trading, to one thing is what it's like drugs. Okay, the more you do it, the more you become addicted. It's very addictive. You get it? It's very addictive. Even if you lose, even you shut down your laptop or computer, you come back again the next day. That's how trading is. You get it? Because you go and see someone on the internet making bunch of money or bundles of money, and you still be not interested to come back again. That's how trading is. So the moment you're ushered into this thing, it's very difficult for you to stop. Unless maybe you didn't pay attention to it for some time. And if you pay attention to it, you are just it's like an occultic group. You can't go back again. You are like you are in forever. So let's start. Yeah, so mostly this is my framework. Okay. So during the top-down analysis, then I identify the key levels, which is also the same as the support and resistance levels. Support and resistance levels. So that's very simple. I don't use fair value, this, that big grammars. I don't use them. Okay. If I use them, maybe I don't know. Sometimes one thing I've noticed is sometimes the support and those things are the same thing, the psychological levels and those sometimes they are the same thing, but just people have just used some names to make it asking to entice beginners, or that's what I see. But it's the same thing. That's the other blocks and those things. But I don't know if I stand to be corrected. Yeah, so this is what basically I consider. So let's start with the top-down analysis. So this But we need to consider, you see, I talk about the times and seasons. So we need to consider the times. Are you going to add the Asian session to it? Or yeah, so for us to get more setups, when you lose, when it comes to Asian session, you will just see, oh, Asian session, you don't trade. But for us to get more setups, because maybe using London and New York session might, maybe you have to do a lot. So let's try and add Asian session to and see. Okay, so that at least you will get more setups. But I don't trade Asian session. So when you lose, I'm just going to say, oh, I don't trade Asian session, so that it will just be a justification for I will just give I will just give some excuse to the trade that the loss that I've taken. Okay, so first of all, we start the monthly time frame as I indicated. So let's plot out the monthly time frame. So the valid and invalid levels, we need to identify them. So the monthly time frame, this is the level. Okay, so it's very simple. If price is coming down, it's going to react on this one. You just be aware of them. So you move to the weekly time frame. But the most important thing you are going to consider the structure, the time, and what the support and resistance or the key levels. So this is a daily time frame. So we might not be coming to this time frames. Okay, you might not be coming to this time frames because going back and forth is going to really take a lot of time. So maybe you might stick to only the H4 time frame. So moving to the daily time frame. But before that, you need to check the economic event as well. Do you get it? Can you people hear me? If you can hear me, let me know. Can you people hear me? Is it loud and clear? Is it loud and clear? Someone has started raising up his hand. Is it loud and clear? Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, can hear you. It's loud and clear.
Yeah, Winter, we can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes. All right. Senior, you are in the house.
I swear. I did, long time.
The journey makes hard. It's like it's like going to write your final exams. The Kobolos, or you see them in the class. Sorry for final for
Let me serious.
the Kobolos are in the house.
So everybody go come out. Everybody go come out. They come for final four.
For final for. Let's go.
Let me see. Let's continue.
Okay, so with this one, the trend is what? A downtrend. You get it? The trend is a downtrend. But we need to first of all check the time of the day too. You get it? You need okay. Yeah, so we need to check the time of the day. So this is 17, this is around 5 p.m. So 5 p.m. we are now it's getting close to the Asian session. So let's skip this session. Okay. So this what time is this? 1 a.m. So this Asian session. Okay. This Asian session. So we have this key level over here. So when it comes to this candle, okay, so this is the high of the candle. And you notice that the candle, one thing you have to understand is what price is like. The chart is asking how price moves is like trying to play table tennis. Price move from it's moved to the other party, other opponent, and it will come to other opponent. Okay, like a table tennis court. You get it. Price will move to the other party, other opponent. It will come to the other opponent. It's the same thing. So basically, what I'm trying to say is what mostly it moves from zone to zone. You get it. So as price has been able to be what as it has been able to break above this zone, the possibility that it's going to get to the next one is very high. So just have to position yourself well and execute to the next zone. It's very simple. That's the whole idea about my system. Okay, as price has been able to break from this zone, the chances that it's going to get to this zone is very high. So this is the high of this candle. Okay. So yesterday, last time I taught this my ongoing training. Those in my ongoing training, I taught them about when it comes to candle structures. Okay, they say the way you have pattern structures is the same thing you have candle structures. When it comes to candle structures too, for you to know that if a bullish candle is going to continue uptrend, it should break the previous candle high or tip. Okay, if you want to know that the bearish trend is going to continue, it should break the previous candle dip or low for you to know that it's going to continue. So how are you going to know that this as in the next candle is going to move up? If it breaks the high of this one, the possibility, you see, I didn't say it's going to move. I said the chances or the possibility, because nothing is 100% certain when it comes to this market. You get it? Even though the concept says when it breaks the previous candle high, the chance that it's going to get to the next one is very high. But it was what some small chances. Okay, some are high probability, but we have some chances that it's not going to work. That's what you need to understand. So sometimes it can break the previous candle high, but the chances that it's not going to get to the next one is very high. So at this point, if I want to execute, if I'm taking a trade over here, it is far. Okay. The reason it's far is the reason why I'm saying it's far is as in if I'm using the lower time frame like the 30-minute, 50-minute support and resistance, the chances that price can just break them is very high. So I love using the higher time frame, like my H4, my daily, the weekly, the monthly. Those are the levels. So at this point, where price is, what I'm expecting, you get it. I want price to come to this side at the lower time frame, then I'll push it to this side. That's what I'm expecting. Okay, so these are all trading is all about probabilities. Okay, it's a probability game. So losses are inevitable. You get it. You are still going to be experiencing, no matter the number of years you've stayed in the game, you are still going to be experiencing some losses. But the way I'm looking at this structure, it's still a downtrend to me. But I'm confused on this one. The way how this one formed. But let's try. So I'll move to my 50-minute time frame. At this point, this is where price is. I'm expecting a retracement to this side before I'll execute. If it breaks this one and get to this one, it's fine. If miss the trade, let's see. So I'm expecting price to come down to this side. So just move to the up. So this is a mixed trade. You get it. You see, you got the direction right, but it didn't come to where you're expecting it to get to. So that's what mostly people feel FOMO. It's fine. Because at this point, where price has gotten to, I'm sure the H4, because you need to get the foresight, as you need to get the frame. My frame time frame is what the H4 time frame. So I'm sure the trend has changed or the structure has changed. Okay, so you see the ongoing H4 candle, it has gotten to the level you're expecting. So at this point, I will just wait for a new setup. You get it? I'll wait for a new setup. Because I've already missed it. Okay, so it has pulled back. It's pulled back. What time it was this? This was also what Asian session. This was New York. So this was lending. Okay, this sessions was lending, and at the same time, it was lending session, and at the same time, New York session. Price made back and forth. So sometimes the market will be doing something like this, back and forth, back and forth. That's where a lot of people force things, but these are for lower, as in scalpers trying to find opportunity in the market. That's when they come to the lower time frame, okay, to try to find something at least, okay. They try to find something. So some people will say, oh, maybe first touch, second. But one thing is what using these ones, it mostly feels, okay, the internal structures mostly feels the internal structures as in going to the lower time frame, they mostly feel. So I don't mostly bet on those internal zones, and because you strongly believe that if identify the trend and the trend is an uptrend, if identify your zone, you see how price start this one and just bounce. So if you identify your trend, so you can move to the lower time frame and find as in minor or short-term trades. But I don't mostly love those small moves. I want big moves. So most often my moves are all big. If I get it, I mostly. So this week, there was a trade that I caught, like very huge trade on gold. Okay, so price has gotten to this one. So at this point, the setup has failed. So you have to wait for a new setup. This is how I do my thing. Someone might be doing it different. The person is not wrong. Okay. The person is based on the person's experience level. But this is what I do that makes me comfortable. trading is all about comfortability. Okay, there are many ways. The way there was a saying that there are many ways to kill a cat. It's the same thing when it comes to trading. There are many ways you can analyze this market and be making money, but you need to make sure you are doing things that are in your comfort zone. That's what you need to understand. So I'm doing things that, because I have a lot of experience. I was trained on the H4. I was trained on, so I have a lot of experience when it comes to this. So now price has what? Price has broken this one. What time is this? Okay, so this is a perfect time. So you see, we are not moving to the daily time frame, but maybe there might be maybe monthly support or resistance. But I don't want us to be going there because it's going to take a lot of our time. So currently, price has broken this one. You get it? Price has broken this one. So at this point, taking trade over here is too high. It's too high. So maybe I'll move to the lower time frame. Wait for pullback. So the way it has pulled back over here, what time is this? 8:45, which is around in the morning. So at this point, price has broken. So this one would have, maybe I would have executed on this one and it would have been a loss. Let me, so let's see if price will close again over here. If it's closed within, oh, the way it's closed, I don't like the candle closure. So let's see, maybe if I'm just targeting this zone. Okay, so let's see, maybe if you can get a nice candle closure. Okay, the way it's making back and forth. So at this point, maybe I would have executed at the break of the previous candle high. Okay, I'd have executed at the break of the previous candle high, targeting this zone. So if the risk reward is very small, this point would have been my first break even. Okay, because I want to get the best out of the trade. So maybe I'll break even if trade gets here, or either I'll take partials. It depends. Okay, so target hit at this point. So maybe if the risk reward is small, what I would do is what, maybe I will extend it to maybe one to two. So for me to get more, because getting a winning trade is not easy. You get it? The emotional distance, stress that comes with it. So if you get a trade, at least you need to make sure you are getting the best out of the trade. So you see how simple I analyze a trade. So target hit on this one. But I'm sure this one I would have, so I'm sure this one I would have executed over here. The way this candle, yeah, I would have executed, I would have taken a loss over here because I would have executed this one. You get it? I would have executed, and this one would have been okay. So candle closure, all the same, price got to the target, so it's fine. I hope you understood what I did. So basically, this is what I do in my everyday analysis. So this is our analysis. So let's move to the next trade. So a winning trade is normal because we are practicing to get winning trades. So if you get a winning trade, that's for beginners. If I've been doing it for long, if you get a winning trade, it's normal. You just, because tomorrow too you are going to be doing the same thing. The game never ends, so you just call it a day and come to the market the following day. A winning trade is nothing because you have trained yourself to get a winning trade. So what's the joy? Nothing special because you've prepared yourself. So at this point too, you are waiting for another setup. Okay, so you see price got, I mostly, so last time someone asked me, why don't I, if I knew price gets here, it's going to move up, why don't I execute? So we have something called confirmation. You get it? You need to, before price will get there, you need to confirm. That is why mostly we wait for candle closures and those things. But some people will just set limit orders. Okay, maybe they will set buy limit over, when they tap here, then they will execute. I don't mostly do that. It's kind of very risky, and it's most, with that one too, your stop loss become very wide. You get it? Because you don't know how far the retracement is going to end. So I mostly wait for candle confirmations. By some people, when price tap this year, they will say they are pending orders. If it touch here, if it tap over here, then it will just trigger them in. But for me, I mostly love candle confirmations, even though I'm not going to be getting a lot of trades. But it's better you wait for what, proper confirmation. That's the best. So I'm still waiting for my setup. Okay. At this point, price has broken. What time is this? Okay, so we are approaching, I think we are in the lending session. So this is the high. So you see, if you look at your left, there was a clean zone over here. So this is going to be the next one. Price has there was a high over here. So at this point, I'm going to, what time was that? So this is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this candle is going to close around 9, which is, you are still in the heading towards the New York session. What time was this? 8, 8:45. By then the 8-4 candle hasn't closed. You get it. So it's still an ongoing candle. So I will patiently wait for the candle to close at 9 a.m. before I will make a decision. Wow. So it has pulled back. So 9 o'clock candle has pulled back. Okay. So now you know that the H4 candle has closed above the zone. It has pulled back. So at this point, I just want a candle confirmation. And this high, this is the what? H4 high. Okay. So the chances that if the H4 high breaks, it is going to get to the next zone. Okay. But we want to be in the trade fast. Okay. Some people will call it sniper entry or something. I just want to be in the trade fast. So that's why we move to the lower time frame. So I just want candle confirmation over here. Very fast. Very fast. Yeah. At normal, I'll wait for a candle closure. Okay. I'm not going to be impulsive when it breaks the high because it can just be a break, a fake out. Okay. It can just be a fake out. So at this point, it's very delicate on what to do now. Should he take the high, take the risk? What do you people think? Should he take the high? When it breaks the high, should you go in or you should wait for, is it going to pull back? What do you guys think? What do you people think? Should he take it or I should take it myself, face the consequence? So okay, let me see. But at this point, okay, let's see what's going to happen. It has pulled back. So at this point, there was an entry two over here. Okay, another entry over here. But see, we are not considering the news event too as well, and we are not considering the daily, weekly, monthly zones too as well. Okay, so that's what you need to understand. We are just taking it like only the H4. There are a lot we consider. The news event, we consider the monthly, weekly, daily zone too as well. So let's see. So stop loss hits. You get a stop loss hits on this one. Price has hit our stop loss. So we are waiting for a proper confirmation over here. There you go in for the buy again. Okay, so at this point, what time is this? 12:15, heading towards the New York session. So maybe I'll try it again. So this is one thing is what this is. We are in news time, mostly the 12:30. What time is this? We are okay. Those times has passed. The news time has passed. So let's see what's going to happen. Very slow because the New York session is dying. You see, so this tells you that during that moment there was what there was no volume because see this was around 9 and see gold of all pairs. See how it is moving. So it tells you the market was very slow at that point. You get it? So sometimes one thing you need to understand is you don't have to be annoyed with your losses. This is what this game that we are playing. We don't have a lot of control. You get it? We don't have control when it comes to where price is going to head to. You just have to have a good system that is working and leave the rest to the market. Do your best. If you lose, come again the following day because this is an uncontrollable game that we are playing. A lot of things are not in our control. What is in our control is the risks. Okay, the amount you are willing to lose. That is what is in control. With that one, no one is going to force you to lose this amount or risk this amount of money. But when it comes to where price is going to go, you have no control. So you see, just follow your system. So price was consolidating. So at this point, I would have even existed from the trade. Perfect. So price is almost what getting to the target. Let's see, is it going to retrace the play? So this one, you have even gotten 1 to 2. You get it? You have even gotten 1 to 2. So this is also another win. You lost some inside, but finally you got to the target. So this is what builds you. You get it? This is what gives you the confidence. You get after within the last thing during the weekends and when the market is closed, when you practice this thing, when you come to the market, it's going to be like, as you were saying, like a past question. When you are writing an examination and you've already seen the questions before, you don't even raise up your this thing, your head to see what your other colleague is writing, whether it's going on well for him. But so for this one, my mic wasn't connected. My mic wasn't connected. But I hope you are hearing me. Are you people hearing me?
Yeah, we're hearing you.
Okay. My mic wasn't connected. Yeah, so like backtesting is like solving a past question. You get it? Solving a past question. So if during an end of examination, writing an end of semester examination or examination, you mostly want, when you've prepared well, you don't mostly check what your other friend is doing. But the times that you don't prepare, that's when you wish like it's like the day is going to be like a year within the day is going to be like a year. You're really going to sweat. So that's how it looks like. So it's the same thing when it comes to trading. When you practice, when you backtest, it mostly feels easy when the market is moving in a real time. So you see, the target was at this point, but at this point I've gotten enough. So, but let's see if it's going to make a deep retracement. So imagine catching gold over here, allowing it to get to this point. Even at this point, gold is going to it will make a lot. This 1 to 6. I will even wait for price to get to this side. Even 1 to 2, I'm even going to close the majority of my positions. So let's see if price will get there. It should be fast. So let's move to the next trade. I think this one is enough. So we saw some pullback over here. Yeah, so currently price has pulled back to the next zone. You get it? Price has pulled back to the next zone. So what are you going to do? Okay, so let's wait for our proper confirmation. Mostly I wait for candle confirmation. As it has stopped over here, some people will just take a buy. That's fine. But for me, it is not time for me. So this is the time for me to go in. Price has created this one. So this is two things. Either I will take the high. If price break this one, I will take the high. Okay, let's check the timing. What time is this? So this is during the Asian session. Okay, so when price break this high, the chances that it's going to come to this side is very high. Okay, but maybe if you can wait for price to come to this side, then we get a strong confirmation entry. So let's see how it's going to go. But if you take the high, that means our stop loss is going to be okay. So the H4, it hasn't broken it yet. It hasn't broken it yet. So at this point, what I'm going to, a new resistance has been created. Okay, a new resistance has been created. Let's see what the H4 is going to do. Okay, so this is perfect. This is what I'm looking for. So this is the new high. Taking it over here is very high. So for us to be in this trade, we just have to wait for a pullback on this one. Then we go inside. Where are you going to look for it? You are going to look for it at the H1 time frame. H1 time frame, waiting for gold to give you a confirmation on H1. Within a year, you get only one trade. Gold moves very fast. So you need to move to the smaller time frame. So 30 minutes to, let's see what the 30 minute did. So there was a confirmation over here, but this is what 5 a.m. So this is not time for me to execute trades. I don't know the month. July, this is not time. So I mostly wait for 6 a.m. But let's give it a try. Okay. Let's see if it breaks the high. Let's move it to the 15-minute time frame and see. Yeah. So let's see, maybe if you can get a better candle confirmation. Wow, just straight up. Yeah, so I will just take the trade over here. So this is 6 a.m. candle or 5. Okay, 5:30. So this will be the target. This will be the target. So this pullback is very deep. Should definitely get to the target. Target hits. Target hits. So I hope you are seeing the deep pullback. So you see the magic. So you see as price go to this target, you see the deep pullback over here. You get it? So you see what I'm doing is what you call system. You get it? So you don't have to just be trading based on your feelings. You feel like have a system. Okay. Yeah. Any questions so far? I think you've taken some trades and any questions so far? Any questions? So if you want to join the training, it is currently ongoing. So all these things I'm going to teach it over there. You get it? Invest in yourself, pay for education, and stop blowing accounts. One funny thing is most people prefer funding their account than paying money to a random person to spend. But they forgot they are paying for education. You pay for school fees for a lecturer who is going to teach you entrepreneurship. Even the lecturer is not having any business, but you are confident to pay the lecturer, the school, for them to lecture you on how to build businesses. But meanwhile, the person who is teaching you is not having business. But instead of paying for someone who is trading, actively trading, you feel like, oh, nah, I'd rather blow my account. That's fine. It's up to you. If you think it's easy, continue doing it. Yeah, any questions so far? Any question? Brenny, do you have something to say?
No, I'm just observing.
It makes sense.
Oh, it makes sense. The sense it make
Yeah, so I'm not hiding anything. If I say, oh, God is doing well, I'm not hiding anything. I've just done it in front of you people.
Yeah, I mean,
Some people might think like, oh, this guy just doesn't trade. He's just doing random things. I know a lot of people are saying it. Oh, because I don't show my P&L, so they think like, oh, you don't trade. You are just lying to us. I hope you guys have seen it before yourself. You've taken like some 4 trades. You can keep on doing it, but this is free. I don't have to just be doing a lot over here. Any question? No questions so far. Okay, so let's keep on doing some two trades, and you call it, yeah, maybe you call it a day. So at this point, what time is this? This is 21, so during the Asian session. So at this point, this is the new resistance level. Okay, you see, price wasn't able to break it. So we are not interested in this trade. Okay, price wasn't able to break it, so we are not interested. So you see, price tested the level exactly and just bounced. But one thing you need to have it in mind is what? The trend is still an uptrend. The high wasn't taken. Okay, the previous this thing wasn't taken. So the trend is still an uptrend. So we have, as I was saying, you have many ways to trade the market. Some people can take counter trend, as in going against the trend. Someone might target it over here and take a sell. You get it? That's fine. That's why I'm saying with trading, you need to focus on few, because the moment you focus on trying to catch every single move, you become more confused. You get it? You become more confused. You want to take every single move. So focus on only few moves. Then you execute based on that. Okay, so this is a big move. So those who set pending orders can get this one. What time was this? Yeah. So those who set pending orders, yeah, so this was a nice move. Okay, so there was a break of structure over here. The candle too was closed exactly on the level, but there was a resistance to over here. So this was a nice move, but that's fine. That's not what you are talking about. Yeah, so at this point, price has closed above this one. You see, still it hasn't got into the zone yet. So can we get a pullback? Okay, can we get a pullback? Then we target this level. Let's see. Let's move to the lower time frame, because waiting for the higher time frame, we can't get this one. So this is the high. So we have the high in mind. So let's see the H1. What's doing? Can we get a pullback? It's still moving up. Maybe the 50 minutes can give us a pullback. Can we get a pullback, or are you just going to move straight up? So it's pulling back. It's pulling back. Okay. So this is where I will enter. Okay, I will enter a buy over here because price has tapped the level exactly. So I'm going to target this one. It can be a stop loss. It can get to our target, but the timing too is very important. As I'm saying, yeah, the timing is very important. So you see the fake out. So it gave another entry over here. So I will enter it over here again. The reason why it's just making back and forth, sometimes the session too is very important. Well, what session is this? So this massive move was around, was it lending session? Yeah, this was lending. So I would have executed a buy over here. Okay, after this one stopped me out, I would have executed another buy over here. So you need to give yourself chance. Trading is a probability game. So give yourself chances. So I would have executed a buy over here. This would have been my target. But when price got here, so this is more than 1-to-1. Yeah. So I will not allow price to come and stop me out again. You get it? I will patient. Maybe I will break even. Then I will allow price to get to the targets. But maybe this one would have been a loss day because I've already allowed myself to lose this trade and waiting for price to get to the target, but I see the back and forth and later came to break even. So that's how it works. But it was close to the target. You get it? Or maybe if you have lost one, as it got 1-to-1, you just close maybe the 1% you risk over here, then you allow the one to run. So trading is more about, it's like mathematics. Okay, do what is going to work for you. Maybe you've lost 1% over here. The moment price got 1-to-1, close 1%, then you have break even for the day. The rest is what? The rest is the casino's money. You get, if it comes back, you don't lose anything. That's what you need to understand. That's what you need to understand. Yeah, so any question? Any question? If there's no question, then I'm going to call it a night.
I have a question. Hello.
Okay. Yeah, I'm
Okay.
listening.
Okay. My name is Chooks. I'm speaking from Nigeria. Okay, please, I would like to know this ongoing training. What's the cost? The cost of the ongoing. So what's the cost of this ongoing training?
It's $60. So you convert it to your local currency.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and one thing about the training too is what with this market, I'm always learning. So, what I taught in the previous this thing might not be the same thing as I'm going to teach. You see, those who have followed me for long will notice that some of the things that I do have changed. You get that's how in trading we evolve. You get it. You don't stay stuck. We learn. No one has figured out no one has figured it out all in trading. Nah. Even those at the top making millions of still what refining their system. That's why it's very important you learn from this market. There are some systems that I'm still forward testing it to see how it works. You get it. So trading, we don't stay stuck. We learn, we revolve. That's why it makes it very difficult. So if you are not someone who likes learning, you are always going to get things wrong. So some people might even like if you have followed me for some time, you notice that those times you don't even take breakouts. You wait for fully pullbacks, but now you take breakout. That is what you call evolve. You get it. So you need to make sure you are learning. Okay, because the reason why I started taking breakout is when I was forward testing it, I noticed that it works. You get it? I noticed that it works. I said, why don't I implement? Because I've watched it for some time. Gold, for instance, you see, people were talking about gold in my group. I didn't just wake up one day and started trading gold. I back tested it. I was watching it every single day, forward testing it every single day. I noticed that if I use this system, okay, everyone who trades gold does not trade like me. Some people trade differently. That's what you need to understand. I noticed that if I do it this way, it works. I was watching. I watched it for long. The whole of this year, I used to be talking about gold. I wasn't execute. I recently started executing it. Okay, that's how it works. So in the market, you need to be always a student. Okay, so my past boot camp, you might say, oh, my past boot camp, it might be different things I was talking about. You get it? But those things doesn't mean those things that I was talking about doesn't work. So every boot camp, there was a new information that I teach. There are new things that I talk about when it comes to my entries and those things. As I'm saying, there are some things that I'm still watching and observing to see how it plays out, and I will add it back to my system. So I'm not a stagnant trader. I evolve. If I see something that works, I back test, forward test, and see that it works. I'm going to add it to my system. Why not? But I don't just wake up because I saw one trade, it played out, so I'm just going to implement it. Nah, it doesn't work that way. So that's how it works. But the ones that this back testing, this session that I'm as in the system that I used to back test on this one is something that I'm currently using. You get it, but we are still learning. So every bootcamp is different. The information I talk about is different because I learn. You get even when it comes to our university, sometimes they change the systems, the educational materials, they change. You get it? They change. If you go to your primary school, the things that you learned at your basic school, it's not going to be the same thing as they are learning now. You get it? So it's the same thing. So don't expect my information to be always the same. No, I learn, okay? I learn, I read, I watch, I study, I listen. A lot is going on. So that's what you need to understand. So you have to always be a student. Okay. So you can convert it to your local currency then. Any question again? So this week we need to make some money. Okay. Last week there was, especially on Friday, can you imagine? Like, I don't know how many people saw Brenny, did you see the GBP USD sell?
Yeah, I saw it. It was
Yeah, this
clear.
one.
It was perfectly clear. I saw it, man.
Yeah. They didn't execute it.
No.
The entry was on 50-minute time frame.
So it's very clear.
This yeah. But I was up on the morning, so when you watch this one was perfect one. This was where Friday traders. So yeah, it was this breakout. It was this breakout.
It was this breakout. Yeah, so price was pulling back to this one. That was close to the lending session. So I was watching it, waiting for price to come back to the zone. So he tried one. This one to tried. I was still observing. So price broke to the zone. So this was an aggressive trade. Okay. Mostly what I wait for the lows to break, but I noticed that the way price is going, the chances that so it's pulled back. When it flipped, this was kind of very aggressive. Yeah. So this is where I entered the buy, closed it very fast. I entered the sell rather. So the sell was coming from here. And after I saw GBP USD to a sell, I said, oh, okay, today is Friday. You don't have to do more. You get it? It was Friday. They say, you see, it's okay. Yeah, this was a pullback. So this one to the entry was taken on the 15-minute time frame. Yeah, I think it's pulled back. Yeah, the entry was taken at the 15 or the 30-minute time frame. Yeah, so this was the entry. Just straight to the target. And I think Nasdaq too gave an opportunity. Yeah, so basically this is my system. Okay, this is my system. Any question? So those who said, oh, they will be joining, are they here? Those people who said something engineering, are you here? It's not here. This some people think like they want to just drop the signals to them. Even if I'm dropping just drop sell here. But they just want it that way. Just sell here, give them the information, give us what works. But for them, they don't have that time. If you want to you want to make money, but you don't want to put in the work. Making money is attached to value. So you need to work before you get. Oh, buy here, sell here, then they are happy. You people, I told you I'll be doing that. I even said it clearly that only my mom will join. And most people here are like, they are all beginning. Most people are not even from there. Only few people are from the mentorship group. The rest are all from those who have not even patronized my course. I saying people, a Monday is coming and you still give you pressure by sending good hit targets. Good hit targets. There's still sense on this thing that good hit target. Okay. But I hope Brian, you are okay with it.
Yes, boss, I'm okay with it.
Okay. All right. So if there's no question, good night, everyone, and make sure you are trading safe for the week. So let's see fundamentals. So Trump, with this tariff, let's expect gold to just be making continue bullish. Gold to keep on moving. Friday, I nearly took a buy because I've studied gold and noticed that mostly every week when the market opens, it just move up. So I was just waiting for proper confirmation, like this candle closure. Okay, given a week, then I'll just find some pullback, then enter a buy, then hold it. And I didn't get better entry like that, so I just let it go. So when the market opens, maybe a new all-time high is going to be created again. Gold is just going to make another all-time high. I strongly believe because of the news during the weekends. So the month is really running fast. So Monday. Okay, Monday is bank holiday. Tomorrow is bank holiday during the New York session. So maybe but gold, I don't mostly trade on as in Monday during the lending session. So maybe I will not trade on tomorrow. I'll not trade. I'll start trading on Tuesday. But I'll observe the market. Okay, but I will not trade. I'll wait for Tuesdays. Because my rule says during the lending session, even Monday, I'm just trying to take it out from my books and start the week on Tuesday. So Tuesday, Wednesday to employment change, unemployment change. But gold is cool. Gold, you can trade it at any session. It's cool. It doesn't have more restriction like the
Yeah, but
currency
but
most.
like I've noticed the movement on gold during the exchange session. It really moves.
Yeah, it's also it moves during the Asian session too as well.
Very well.
But you need to make sure you have studied it. Maybe like you can just observe it and see if because when it comes to this thing, you don't just have to wake up and just put your money there because you saw one move. So you can maybe study it for like 2 months. Okay, if you notice that most of your analysis that you do over there or maybe you can just have demo accounts or either small accounts, then you just use it to see only trading gold during the Asian session and see your consistency before you go in big in there.
Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
that's what you can do. But Asian session, Charlie. Because when you stay up, you mostly get exhausted during the
But
lending session and the New York session.
but of late, I don't really have that much sleep during the night. I usually sleep late doing some stuff, so I just try to like watch candles.
Okay. Okay, then you can be observing it over there during that time.
Okay.
And see. Yeah, so Tuesday we have core retail sales, retails, unemployment data, and those stuffs. And Friday, no news. So this week we are hoping this week will be good. Last week, good, there were a lot of there was one opportunity over this opportunity. Yeah, it started from here. So the first trade I took it over here. So let me explain the trade I took last week on gold. The first trade was over here. These breakouts. I noticed Friday some people too were trying to take some breakouts on gold and it just this breakout. So I waited for a pullback on the level. So this one I was very, very lucky. I would have lost on this trade. I waited for price to break the high, but price never came to the level, to the high. You see where it's put back. So if I was aggressive, I would have lost this trade. But I waited patiently for this one. This one took the high. The stop loss was even wide. So this was the first trade. Just made back and forth. Yeah. So I took some profit. Like I think it got 1-1. So after 1-1, I took some profit. Okay, I took some profits and price came back to break it. That's why I said this time I wasn't lucky because I was expecting massive move. If you look at this one, I was expecting massive move, but I wasn't lucky on this trade because gold, when people enter gold, it moves very well in their favor. But for me, this time I wasn't lucky. And the second one was on this one. Yeah, this one. So you see, price just came over here. So price came over here. So at this point, taking it at this high is not advisable because price is far. So I waited patiently for price to come to my level. Yeah, so price has tapped. You get it. So this entry candle wasn't convincing. So this one pull back. So I entered it over here when this one broke. Yeah. So the target was over here. So price created a new resistance at the H4 time frame. So when price got here, I took some profit. So you see the target. Price got to the target. You get it. And you see how it just came back. Tap the target and just came back. Yeah, so this was the second entry. And on Friday too, there was a third entry over here. Yeah, so last week I was on gold digging. So this 1-2 was taken over here. Yeah, so basically these were the things that I did. Yeah, Danny is in the house. Danny, what's going on? Danny? It's not Danny that I know. Danny is trying to stay low key. He has left.
Low key, yeah. Low key, no go help you. If I come up,
He said he wants to come and surprise you people with the passing 500k challenge account.
wow.
He just wants to come and surprise you. All right. So if there was no question, yeah, Danny is speaking. Danny, you are listening. How far?
Good evening. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
I'm okay. I'm doing well.
How is it going so far? Why you are catching big moves? Or you catch and the market will take it back.
I tell you, the moves that I catch, but we share.
You share with who?
I share with the market. Yeah.
You guys are apportionate. You've apportioned it. If this day you take it, then the market will take it back.
I tell you, the market is doing it. Last week, I was very profitable last week. Actually, one trade now and then.
Well, are you quick to take profits or?
So not really. When I do my setups, some of the test setups are A+ setups. So I try to deviate from my risk to reward.
So you go big.
Exactly. So you see the trade that everything. You can remember the GJ trade that we took.
Yeah.
And that trade I was very confident of it because everything was perfect. There was no news. All the higher time frame is aligning with the H4. The H1 is also same. So I was very much confident of the trade. So I double my risk. Instead of 0.5, I did it 1%. And then I took maybe
your risk 0.5.
Yeah, I raised 0.5. If I'm not confident, I do 0.5. But if I'm very confident, I do. And unfortunately, those that I'm not confident of, they played out perfectly. And those that I'm very much doing my favor, they disappoint me.
Okay.
Multiple positions are open on different pairs. So I have to stop that moving forward.
So how many pairs are you trading now? Which pairs are you trading now?
Currently, I'm trading 4. The 5th one I'm just observing, which is BTC. So I'm trading gold, I'm trading GJ, I'm trading GU, and then EU.
Okay. And they're all going on well.
Yeah. EU and GU, they are more like
the same.
They move in the same direction. So if GU fails the target, EU will come and hit the target, and then the trade will go in my favor.
Okay.
That's how I've been following now. I've been trading just about 3 pairs GJ.
So are you still in drawdown?
No, I move up to break even now. I mean, about $50 profit.
Okay. Hey, the
Once you
day you pass the account there, you have to
ah,
pour some powder on you.
pass
Oh,
the
but you've tried. Like you've really tried. Oh, like you've done well. Like you've not blown accounts. You've done well.
account blowing.
That means
Really,
my mentorship really worked. Oh, you've tried. You've tried.
I do that.
Like your first.
I don't. You know, the market is in a way. After learning from you and then studying more on the market, if you push yourself into it, you have a problem. So what I'm
If you do
depending on,
what?
if you try to, you know, the money is like, I don't know, it will call you to invest more. One win will tell you that no, this thing I will be profitable. So let me add. Let me add. You add, and then you know I traded live before with I found my account before. The first, second trade, I was able to get back the money I invested. So I said, oh, this time around there, let me forget about prop. This was the reason I was a bit late too. But I was trading I found the account
That's
and
fine.
I'm doing it. Finally, I blown the account got blown.
Mm,
When I decided, no, let me pass the prop. You know, the prop gives you more leverage depending on this $50, $100 and stuff. It
yeah.
gives so I'm praying that I pass the prop. My first, second withdrawal, then the third withdrawal, I'll go for higher accounts.
I can't sign.
But whereas by close of this year, I should be able to get at least maybe some 50K
But
account.
you should back test more.
The back
That's what
testing,
I've noticed.
can you
Yeah,
imagine?
at
You know,
least.
I sent you the question. No? Just after I checked yesterday, I couldn't have time to do back testing because I was working elsewhere. So just after I checked today, I was with this machine from 12 till this
Yeah,
time.
that's what I was telling them when I came. Today, for instance, I also wake up around 5. I back tested up to 1 p.m.
Look at that.
Yeah, I was back
Job is not
testing.
easy. You buy the thing is discipline. If my friends are listening to me, the thing is very much discipline.
But Danny, if you don't know what you are doing, what are you going to discipline on?
My point,
That's what
I don't have any problem with the analysis. So I do the analysis.
discipline is about you know what you are looking for. But if you don't know what you are looking for, what are you going to be disciplined on? You are just going to be doing. So the first thing should be having a system that you know that, oh, maybe like you have to first of all have a system, a playbook. Then you going to stick. That's when the discipline comes in. Oh, this time I'm going to obey these things no matter what. You get it? I'm going to obey these things no matter. But if you don't have system, what are you going to be disciplined on?
It's
So
true.
every beginner should have a system, have a playbook. That's the most important thing.
Yesterday, no, Friday, the opportunities on gold. I saw that. Actually, I did it. I wanted to take the how do we call it? The pullback on gold.
On
And then,
Friday.
yeah, on Friday, and I said, oh, this pullback, the trend is saying buy. So why are you taking pullback?
Is it a sell? Is it a sell? The early morning
Now
sell.
the sell on gold. I think it happened somewhere. If you look at the 15 minutes, it was okay. The risk to reward was okay. Then I said, oh, the thing probably is buying. So why should I even go in for it? So I said I will
Now
not.
the trend is very powerful. So no matter how people are saying about the instrument, if the trend, especially the H4 trend, is saying bearish, that's what from my observation, that's what I've seen. If the H4 time frame is saying bearish or bullish, go for it. Maybe it's not going to be a long term, but short term you get something because it's structures are structures. With the H4 structures, they are very powerful. So those times I used to doubt, especially those times when the candle is like shaking like GU on like this. If you watch the candle, you notice that the resistance wasn't all that strong because of the candle closure. But H4 is saying it's, why are you doubting? You see how you see this resistance. If you watch this resistance, you see how the resistance is. Those times I used to say, oh, I used to give excuses on this kind of resistance, but I've noticed that it's, and Nasdaq played out. I'm just trying to focus on gold now. So Nasdaq
Exactly.
also gave.
Exactly. I will never send my head there. I don't like weeks.
You know,
So
like
it weeks too much. The weeks
Nasdaq,
are just
Nasdaq, eh.
the weeks are
But I
too
see
much.
Nasdaq to
Before you
be.
realize the thing will come down. Then same thing happened on BTC last week.
Oh, that pair, I don't like it.
I should have
I don't
gotten a
like
very nice.
BTC at all.
I was doing the analysis, and then before I realized that candle closed, and then PIM, another one opened, which was very, very big, and it moved in my
What time was that?
It was during the early hours of the landing section, I think, unless I check, or probably in
From
the
my observation, lending session mostly does some fake out moves. No matter, good setup will appear and just fake you out. So I just stop. But I've seen gold is Charlie. That's the real deal. If we're able to catch gold,
good yeah. It's a thing that will help you blow your account and also help you get more money.
hi gold. Imagine this move I caught over here. Like this move over here. This move over here. Oh, good. When you are fortunate and it moves in your direction, the
You
money plenty.
smile. You enjoy
Yeah, the money plenty when it moves in your. So it's all
it.
about knowing what you are doing and
The system works.
by in. Yeah,
Just that
you need to
I'm not
stick to
following
it.
the plan.
You said.
I'm not following my plan. The system
Mm,
itself, I'm not following. In my plan, I told myself at least if I'm able to get 1:2 or 1:3 maximum, I can exit. But sometimes,
mm,
I can get to the TP 1:3, all right, and then looking at the structure, I'll open it. I'll open
mm,
the TP
mm.
target, and then one candle will come and sweep it. And then if you look at my history now, all my trades are usually break even, break even, break even, break even.
Yeah, it happens.
Break
It
even.
happens.
So
Those times too. I used to be experiencing those. Is it like you don't know where to take profit or what?
I know, but you look at the momentum, the time of the day, then you know very well this pair there's volume in the market. So let me use this volume to at least get some 2-3%.
Get more.
So, then you never know. One candle will come and sweep everything. Then the funny thing is, after coming to your stop loss, then you see it moving directly to where you are targeting it.
Sometimes you ask if those that control the market, they are like
Watching you. But those times I used to be thinking that thing. So I stopped trading a lot of pairs that more traders are trading, like gold. I stopped because I noticed that those pairs, because a lot of people are trading it, they mostly watch where we put our stop loss. So I was trading pairs that a lot of people are not trading. But mostly when you get the reading wrong, that's when the stop loss hit mostly comes. Those times I used to be experiencing like when your stop loss is going to be hit, but these times I don't experience those things. I don't experience. So when you get the reading of the structure wrong, I always emphasize on the H4. When you get it wrong, that's when mostly your stop loss and the levels too. You get it. If you are placing your stop loss on maybe M15 time frame, the expectation you need to expect that the chances that your stop loss will be hit will be very high. If you're using the internal structures, like you see how these ones were breaking and coming, but the higher time frames, I started using the higher time frame levels, placing my stop loss below and above it. I don't experience those things. Sometimes, just a few times that it happens, but majority of the times I don't experience it. So the structure and the levels are very, very important. Trade on a key level. Key level is very important. Sometimes, like especially when you come early morning and you notice that gold has moved a lot, the FOMO will set in. Then you feel like moving to the lower time frames and finding some entries. But those entries, the chance that price will come down is very high. So it's all about patience. No matter, and one thing that has helped, I've psyched my mind in a way that I always tell myself, no matter what, my setup will come. So I shouldn't rush. Okay, that's why I always say that backtesting is very, very important. Backtesting helps you to be very confident. Okay, like it helps a lot. Backtesting helps. It's your patience levels to also improves because practicing, you become familiar with the moves of the market. You become very patient, very disciplined. So if you are here and you are not backtesting, it's not good. So try and backtest and know your system. You get it. Try. So last time like this, the time that I sent my P&L last year funding account, I was just backtesting the things that I did. That I got the account to that level. I was just backtesting. And it was just patient. One thing I noticed is sticking to the plan and patient. So that's what it is. So back testing is very important and forward testing too. Sometimes you just have to sit and watch. It's not always that you need to just be pressing buy and so. Sometimes I just sit and watch the chart. I can sit the whole day watching the chart. Just watch. Observing is very, very also helps. And backtesting, these two things, if you want to be good at trading, these two things, backtesting and forward testing, it's really, it's going to help you a lot. Okay, just watch. Most of the things that I know is coming from me observing the market. Okay, but maybe some people will not be getting the time to just sit and watch. Because for me, I don't have anything doing. What I do is just to sit and trade. Okay, I don't have anyone to report to, any boss or any employer to work with, report to. So I have the freedom to just sit and watch. So if you don't have that time, then the little Asian session, especially the Asian session, if I'm in Africa, Asian session, you can just be sitting and watching the chat. You become good at it. Those who are withdrawing big monies, it's possible you can also do it. It's not like they are special creatures, but it's just that they haven't planned, they are sticking to it. That's all. That's all. Okay. So, Bernie, what's your side to what's going on there? Or you are not getting time this time to trade?
Yeah, I know. I'm not really getting time. So, like my personal account, so I just once in a while, then I just go trade them. I just make I finish the thing before I'll come up fully.
But you watch, you don't trade. You watch.
Yes, I watch every time, every day. Like I analyze every day, anytime.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. You can analyze, but not that you execute. Okay.
Yeah.
Charlie, so new week, let's try to be patient and see. So this week, let's see, maybe I'll be drawing some clues on what I'm expecting on the pairs, if a high probability chance. So these are the pairs I'm concentrating on. gold USD card. Because I noticed that gold moves a lot, so adding Nasdaq. I sometimes watch Nasdaq, but USD card, GBP, USD, Nasdaq, BTC. These are the things I watch. And this week, I'm very sure USD card mostly gives a nice opportunities. I'm hoping this week, since last week it was ranging a lot, so there was no opportunities. So I'm hoping since it has broken out, and looking at your left, we have some zones to our left, so maybe it can get opportunities. From last month, it was giving nice opportunities. So I'm hoping maybe a breakout will happen and you get a nice opportunities on USD card. But you are fully on gold now.
my first trade this week will be on GU, so I'm waiting for that confirmation on GU, and then
GU, it's very scarce to get opportunities. So the whole of this year, it has given me like only 2 or 3 opportunities.
Okay, I'm praying that the Asian session, the candle shouldn't move to that extent, so they should give me just a bearish pullback, then continue with the bearish movement of the trend. I'm hoping for that. That's what I'm looking at this week.
By Monday morning and Tuesday, during today we're having tomorrow we're having what do you call it, bank holiday during the New York session. So maybe I'll stay out. Maybe I will come fully on Tuesday. Yeah, tomorrow maybe I'll use it to do my rounds.
Experiencing here is that Mondays like this, there's too much noise when it comes to the currencies.
Yeah. So, that's why I stopped trading currencies during the lending session. A lot of fake outs.
Yeah.
But gold is cool. But when it comes to currencies, a lot of fake outs. But gold is cool. But I'll just maybe sleep.
I'm going to be on GU this week to get that continuation.
Okay, let's hope to see. All right, so it was a nice conversation. It's been a while we had such a nice conversation. You guys are now busy. Once a while.
Yeah, so it's noisy.
All right, so Charlie, next week this week we are hitting it hard. I'll try and drop some analysis and see if we can catch it together. All right. So see you all. The last, was it last 2 weeks? That good, Danny, did you take that good? That buy? I think I dropped the analysis.
Last week I didn't trade on gold.
That was last 2 weeks.
No, last 2 weeks I think there was no trade.
That gold buy. Last 2 weeks, that gold buy, that massive.
When you guys were buying the gold, I was buying a GG.
I think this buy.
I didn't take it. It was on GG. I enjoyed that on GG.
Okay. The buy was massive.
They gave me a very nice profit.
Okay. All right, guys. See you this week.
See you too.
All right, bye-bye. So those who are interested to join the bootcamp, you can hit me up. All right, see you.